morning, everybody, my dear students. In previous classes, we continuously discuss about cell, meaning of cells, okay, and different kinds of cell organelles, okay, and plasma membrane, okay. Today, I am drawing board that is the tree, okay. After then, in the tree, there are present different type of tree parts such as fruits, flowers, and leaves. Okay, here that is the leaf. Okay, when we cut the leaf in transversely, what do you mean by transverse? Suppose when we cut the specimen transversely in that directions. Okay, when we cut anything in that directions, that is called transverse section. Short form is TS. TS. Okay, when we cut the leaf, then we see that cells arrangement, that type of cell arrangement inside the microscope. That means when we observe through microscope inside the plant leaf, there presents that type of arrangement of cell. Understood? That type of arrangement of cells. The outer layer is known as epidermis layer. After then, there presents parenchyma layers. Okay, palisade parenchyma and spongy parenchyma. But when we study about only one cell, okay, only one plant cell, there presents numerous cells. Okay, this is one type of cell, this is one type of cells, this cell is called palisade cell, palisade. Okay, when we study in tissue chapter, then we understood meaning of palisade cells. Clear? And this is the spongy cells. When we study in one cell, they are present structures cellular only one cell, that is plant cells. This outer layer, they are present more layers. This is the cytoplasm. This is the cytoplasm. Okay. The cytoplasm is covered by a membrane which is known as plasma membrane. After plasma membrane, the outer surface of plasma membrane of plant cell present cell wall. That is the cell wall. Okay, understood? When we study only one सेल को लेके जब हम स्टडी करेंगे, क्या देखेंगे ना, ये जो सेल जो है, जब इलेक्ट्रॉन माइक्रोस्कोप में हम लोग देखेंगे, इलेक्ट्रॉन माइक्रोस्कोप, ओके, नॉट our compound microscope which have in our school. Okay, in that microscope we are not observe that type of structures. Through electron microscope we can observe that type of structures, that is the plasma membrane and cell wall. Okay, so where presents the cell wall? Cell wall presents outside of the plasma membrane of plant cells and some also prokaryotic cells, bacteria, some algae. Okay, they are also present cell wall. So today our topic is cell wall. Okay, so in the previous class I already told, when we study about any things, any organelles, then you have to understood where they are present, their functions and their structures. So here presence of cell wall, where present it? It is present inside the outside of the plasma membrane of the cell. Which cell? In plant cell. Okay. Now we have to study about their properties, that means structures. Okay. Now if A cell wall is a, what do you mean by cell wall? Definition of cell wall: a cell wall is a structural layer that surrounds some type of cells. Structural layer that surrounds some type of cells situated outside of the cell membrane. Outside of the cell membrane, that is called cell wall. It can be flexible and rigid, which provides cell with both structural support and protection. Understood? क्या functions हैं? Now it can be tough and rigid, which provides, क्या करते हैं? Which provides cell with both structural and protections. क्या क्या protections करते हैं ना? Structural support करते हैं और protection देते हैं. क्या चीज को protection देते हैं ना? Which protect the cell को protect देते हैं. It is the general idea about the cell wall. So definition of cell wall: the cell wall is a structural layer that surrounds some type of cell. ठीक है? Situated outside of the cell membrane, और cell membrane के outside में present रहता है. That is called the cell wall. Clear? That is called cell wall. Okay. देखो here one term rigidity. Rigidity means क्या होते हैं? Strength. Okay. Inflation. That is called rigidity. Okay. और its characters, क्या functions, क्या characters और क्या क्या है cell wall का? Rigidity characters means क्या हुआ? Number one, characters of cell wall. Characters of cell wall. नंबर वन क्या कैरेक्टर्स हैं ना? रिजिडिटी. ओके. रिजिडिटी मीन्स strength and inflation. Okay, inflation. Okay, that is called rigidity. Second character permeability. Okay, permeability means in previous class during study of cell plasma membrane, I already discussed about permeability. So same characters also present in cell wall. Permeability, that means primary cell wall, they have permeability nature. That means water molecules, means or minerals can be transferred through the plasma cell wall. Okay, some gaseous components, carbon dioxide, H2O, ये सब क्या होते हैं? ट्रांसफर हो सकते हैं. pH कंटेंट्स भी वो क्या होते हैं ना? ट्रांसफर हो सकते हैं. दैट इज कॉल्ड द परमेबिलिटी. ठीक है? तभी क्या होते हैं ना? एक सेल से और एक सेल में वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स जो ट्रांसफर होता है, व्हेन ट्रांसफर वाटर एंड फूड मटेरियल्स, न्यूट्रिटिव मटेरियल्स, वन सेल टू अनदर सेल due to the presence of permeability characters. Clear? This is present into permeability characters. Now you have to study about the structure of cell wall. Structure of cell wall. Structure of cell wall. Structure. क्या structure है ना? Cell wall is thickened in structures and the plasma membrane. It has mainly 3 layers. How many layers? Number one, it has 3 layers. Okay, 3 layers. Number one is called primary cell wall. Okay, number one is primary cell wall. Second is secondary cell wall. Okay, primary layer, primary wall, secondary cell wall, and middle lamella. And next layer is middle lamella. Okay, that is three layers. Okay, and the primary cell wall कहाँ पे रहते हैं ना, it is the thin and flexible. क्या होते हैं? It is the thin and flexible. Their presence it contains by the cellulose, hemicellulose, and pectin. Okay, it has permeable characters. The primary cell wall. The primary cell wall, it is thin, flexible. Okay, contains cellulose, pectin, cellulose, CELLULOSE, cellulose. Okay, क्या क्या कंपोनेंट्स रहते हैं प्राइमरी सेल वॉल में? It is composed by number one cellulose, 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 pectin. ओके, पेक्टिन और क्या रहते हैं? हेमी सेलुलोज. Okay, these components are helps to made the primary cell wall. It is thin, flexible nature. Okay, and have permeable character. Clear? Understood? This is the primary cell wall. Next is secondary cell wall. Secondary cell wall का क्या characters, क्या components present रहते हैं? Which components are present in secondary cell wall and their characters? It is secondary cell wall. Okay, secondary cell wall. It is thick. क्या character? Number 1 point thick. It is thick. 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 And primary cell wall thin. It is thin. Primary cell wall is thin, but secondary cell wall is thick. Okay. Present inside primary cell wall. Present inside the primary cell wall. Present inside the primary cell wall. Okay. Contains which components presents in that cell wall? Which chemical components? Now it contains by lignin. Okay, lignin कंपोनेंट्स प्रेजेंट रहते हैं. ओके, और क्या रहते हैं ना? सेलुलोज फाइबर. ओके, cellulose fibers. Okay, it is thick and composed by lignin and cellulose fiber. What is lignin and cellulose fiber? That is the different type of chemicals, name of chemicals. Okay, carbohydrate molecules के अंदर आता है. Carbohydrate means ग्लूकोज, शुगर, फ्रुक्टोज, ये सब जो होते हैं उनका क्या होते हैं? और एक रूप और एक स्ट्रक्चर्स. When you are all study in higher classes, then you can easily the structure of lignin, cellulose, what do you mean by cellulose. Now you just remind that names only. It is the one type of chemical components which are originate their synthesis in the plant cells. Clear? Okay, this is the secondary cell wall. 1 2 students again in waiting room. I'm joining now. Okay. And last one is middle layer. And last is middle layer. मिडिल लेयर, ठीक है, या मिडिल लैमेला. लैमेला मीन्स क्या होती है? लैमेला मीन्स कवरिंग लेयर. ओके, इट इज द आउटर लेयर बिटवीन एडजेसेंट plant cells. Adjacent मतलब where two plant cells are adjusted. Okay, and contains which components से बनता है middle layer ना? Pectins. क्या? Pectins. Okay, pectins. Which components present in the middle lamella? Pectins. Okay, it is made up of some calcium and magnesium pectates. Okay, जो pectins जो रहते हैं यहाँ पे क्या रहते हैं? Calcium, magnesium pectate also present in the middle lamella. Okay, we are all known that for the development and growth there need different type of minerals: calcium, phosphorus, sodium, iron. Okay, that minerals are very important for all living organisms. In case of plants also, they are also needed such type of mineral nutrients. Okay, that mineral nutrients are when enter into the plant body, then they are composed by biological process, that is plant physiological process. They are contain different type of chemical components such as lignin, cellulose, pectin, hemicellulose, cellulose. Okay, these are help to arrange different type of cell structure. Okay, and they are have particular functions. Okay, such as pectins. They are also they are present na different type of calcium and magnesium pectates made up of calcium and magnesium pectates. ये सब क्या रहते हैं ना? ये pectins ये सब लेकर बनता है. ठीक है, the middle lamella contains by pectins, mainly pectins, and in that middle lamella there presents adjacent cells. Adjacent cells means here one cell is attached with the another cells. Okay, they are also need to transfer the water molecules, minerals, so that water molecules, minerals are transferred through a channel which is known as plasmodesmata, which is known as plasmodesmata. Okay, plasmodesmata. Clear? That is the structures of cell wall of plant cells. Clear? Plant cell की structures. Okay, clear? Understood everybody? And next, what is the function? Function of cell wall. Functions. Now we have to study about the function of cell wall. Function of cell wall. Okay, number one, क्या फंक्शन है ना? इट गिव्स सेल रिजिडिटी एंड स्ट्रेंथ. एकदम स्टार्टिंग में ही बता चुका हूँ, आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ क्लास. ठीक है, नंबर वन फंक्शंस क्या करते हैं, क्या फंक्शंस हैं? टू गिव सेल रिजिडिटी, स्ट्रेंथ देता है. ठीक है, सेल रिजिडिटी एंड स्ट्रेंथ. and strength. Strength, S-T-R-E-N-T. Cell rigidity, R-I-G-I-D-I-T-Y, rigidity, and strength, S-T-R-E-N-G-T-H, strength. Okay, and next is it is act as physical barrier. We are already studying in plasma membrane. They are also had mechanical barrier. Here it is called the physical barrier to the plants. Next is physical barrier. Physical barrier, physical barrier, okay, to the plants. Okay, next function of cell wall, it prevents cell swelling and bursting as a result of osmotic pressure. Okay, as a result of osmotic pressure. क्या करती है, जब एक देखो फुटबॉल में या किसी विलोन में जब वाटर भरते रहोगे या एयर भरते रहोगे, क्या होगा, एक टाइम वो बास्ट हो जाता है। ऐसे ही प्लांट सेल के अंदर भी क्या होती है ना, वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स एंट्री होते हैं, उनके लीव ये सब सेल के अंदर जाता है। जैसे सेल के अंदर एंट्री होते हैं वाटर, तो यहाँ पे भी एक प्रेशर क्रिएट करते हैं, तो उस प्रेशर के कारण से सेल बास्ट हो सकता है, लेकिन उससे प्रिवेंट करते हैं कौन, सेल वॉल। अंडरस्टूड? तो दैट मीन्स टू प्रिवेंट सेल स्वेलिंग, स्वेलिंग मीन्स क्या, एक्सेसिव फूल जाता है, स्वेलिंग। ओके, इट प्रिवेंट cell swelling and bursting as a result of osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure means during the osmosis, when water molecules are enter into the cell through the plasma membrane, then create pressure. सेल के अंदर जब क्या होता है, वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स मिनरल्स सब एंट्री होते जाएगा, सेल के अंदर क्या होगा, ये प्रेशर क्रिएट करता है। उस प्रेशर से के कारण से सेल क्या होते हैं, स्वेलिंग हो जाती है। एक्सेसिव स्वेलिंग से और जो प्रेशर क्रिएट होते हैं उससे सेल को प्रोटेक्शन देने के लिए ये सेल वॉल की एक फंक्शन रहता है। ठीक है, अंडरस्टूड? तो नेक्स्ट फंक्शन क्या हुआ ना, प्रिवेंट सेल स्वेलिंग, सेल swelling, cell swelling and bursting. Bursting as a result of osmotic pressures. ठीक है, bursting and cell swelling से क्या करते हैं, प्लांट सेल को प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं। ओके, और क्या फंक्शन है, इट प्रोमोट सेल टू सेल सिग्नलिंग थ्रू देयर सेल वॉल। सेल टू सेल सिग्नल, सिग्नल मीन्स तो जानते ही हो, ठीक है, सिग्नल मीन्स क्या होता है, सेल सिग्नलिंग मीन्स ना, देखो ना, वाटर जब ट्रांसफर नहीं होते हैं, आप किसी एक पॉट में, पॉट जिसमें हम लोग क्या होते हैं, फ्लावर को लगाते हैं छोटा एक जगह में, तो उसमें 2-3 दिन आप वाटर डालना बंद कर दो, क्या हो जाएगा ना, प्लांट थोड़ा मुरझा जाता है। ठीक है, एंड देन कंटिन्यूअसली ड्राइंग द प्लांट्स, आफ्टर देन दे टर्न इनटू डाई। ओके, इज नॉट इट? तो ये जो सिग्नल देते हैं, जो हमको वाटर नहीं मिल रहा है, ये जो कुछ एक्सप्रेशन देते हैं, तो क्यों, कैसे देते हैं, वाटर ट्रांसफर नहीं हो रहा है वॉल टू सेल, वॉल टू सेल वॉल, ठीक है, एक सेल से और एक सेल में, तो इस टाइप के वहां पे भी क्या होता है, सिग्नलिंग देते हैं। तो क्या होते हैं, टू प्रोमोट सेल टू सेल सिग्नलिंग थ्रू देयर सेल वॉल्स, दैट इज कॉल्ड द, sorry, that is the function of cell wall. Understood? Okay. Now any students have any query, you can ask me question. Students have any query? Chris Sharma. Yes, who are you? Priyanshu. Yes.
Sir, secondary cell workers.
You have some network problem. Please repeat your question.
The secondary cell wall are composed by
secondary cell wall
composed by
hello
secondary cell wall composed by
what happened?
Sir, secondary cell wall is composed.
Okay. I have told you. Secondary cell wall. Okay. The secondary cell wall, there have 3 layers. Okay. Primary layers, secondary cell wall or क्या है लास्ट 3 सेल वॉल्स क्या क्या नाम है बताओ?
Sir, the primary cell wall, secondary cell wall, and middle cell wall.
मिडिल सेल वॉल। ओके, तो सेकेंडरी सेल वॉल में क्या क्या रहते हैं, क्या चीज रहते हैं? सेलुलोज फाइबर्स प्रेजेंट रहते हैं। ठीक है, क्या क्या कंपोनेंट्स था ना सेकेंडरी सेल वॉल में? सेलुलोज फाइबर्स, कंपोज्ड ऑफ सेलुलोज फाइबर। ठीक है, अंडरस्टूड, क्लियर? ओके, बट dear students, are you observe here have some common terms? Osmosis, what do you mean by osmosis? And there are different type of solute transport, in which way water, air, that means oxygen, carbon dioxide are transferred cell to cell. There have some phenomenon, and we have to study about some solutes, solvents molecules. Okay, in next class we study about osmosis and diffusion, hypertonic solution, different type of solutions. Okay, what do you mean by solutions? Solutions means solvent plus solute. Solution is equal to solvent plus solute is called solution. In next class we study about different type of solute and different type of transportation system: active transport, passive transport. Active transport means transportation systems. There are two type of transportation system. One is active transport and another is passive transport. Active transport means there needs energy. That means ATP, used energy, used ATP. That is called active transport. And passive transport, there need not any energy, okay, to transfer the molecules. This is called the passive transport. In next class we study about the different kinds of passive transport. An example of passive transport: diffusion, osmosis. Clear? And we study through activity what there are different kinds of solutions, solutes, solute molecules. Okay, active transport, passive transport. Okay, active transports have many practical work in your syllabus now, but passive transports, solutes, solvents, osmosis, diffusions, clearly discussed in next class. Clear, students? So must join next class.
सर
Okay.
वीडियो अपलोड कर दीजिए।